Believe it or not, when someone doesn't call or message you for a long time, it means life has a strange way of revealing truths to us, not in grand moments, but in the silences we often overlook. One of the most haunting questions people ask themselves late at night, staring at a glowing phone screen, is this: why haven't they called me? Why haven't they messaged me? Did I do something wrong? Did I mean nothing to them? Believe it or not, when someone doesn't call or message you for a long time, it always means something. And that meaning is often more powerful than words ever spoken. The weight of silence. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. When days turn into weeks and weeks into months, without a word from someone who once filled your inbox, your ears, your heart with constant attention, it's not an accident. It's a signal. That silence could mean many things. It could mean they are too busy, but not too busy for what truly matters. It could mean you are not a priority in their world, even if they once were in yours. It could mean they assume your love is permanent, waiting, unshakable, so they no longer feel the urgency to nurture it. Or it could mean they've chosen absence, hoping you'll understand without confrontation. The hardest truth is this: people make time for what matters to them. If they wanted to reach out, they would. If they cared enough, they'd find a way. A story of waiting. Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman named Sarah who loved with her whole being. She had a man in her life who filled her with promises, sweet words, and daily conversations. But slowly, the messages grew shorter. The calls became less frequent. And eventually, silence filled the spaces where his voice once lived. At first, Sarah excused it. He must be busy. He must be stressed. He'll call when things calm down. She checked her phone at midnight, convinced tomorrow would bring his name on the screen. But tomorrow came and went. And then another. And another. Weeks passed, and with each day of silence, her heart sank. Then one evening, staring at her phone, she realized his silence is not a lack of time. It is a message in itself. That night, Sarah didn't cry. She didn't beg. She didn't send one more unanswered message. Instead, she whispered to herself, if I mattered, I wouldn't have to wonder. If he cared, silence wouldn't be his language. And in that moment, she understood. Silence is closure. Silence is truth. Silence is sometimes louder than words. The psychology behind silence. From a psychological perspective, silence in relationships often reveals more than words. 1. Avoidance behavior. When someone doesn't want confrontation, they choose silence as a shield. Instead of honesty, they vanish, hoping time will erase your questions. 2. Power and control. Sometimes withholding messages or calls is a way to test your patience, to see if you'll chase, to hold power over your emotions. 3. Lack of priority. People invest energy where their heart is. If they consistently fail to reach out, it means their energy is elsewhere. 4. Emotional disconnect. Distance in communication reflects distance in heart. The less someone engages with you, the less emotionally tied they are becoming. It hurts, but it's real. And recognizing it frees you from the chains of waiting. Believe it or not, silence teaches you. When someone doesn't call or message you for a long time, believe it or not, it's not just about them. It's about you. It teaches you who values your presence and who takes it for granted. It teaches you that your worth is not measured by someone else's attention span. It teaches you that love is not proven by excuses, but by consistent actions. And most importantly, it teaches you that you deserve someone who doesn't let silence replace affection. The flip side, sometimes silence isn't about you. But let's be fair. Not every silence is rejection. Sometimes silence means they're fighting battles you can't see. They're drowning in their own storms. They don't know how to ask for help, so they disappear. In such cases, silence isn't abandonment. It's a cry for patience. But you'll know the difference because when someone truly cares, even in their silence, they find ways to show you that you still matter. A small message, quick call, a reminder. The dangerous silence is the one filled with indifference. That's the silence that tells you, you are not on my mind. Why do we cling to those who don't call? Because as humans, we confuse familiarity with love. We think, but they were once so close to me. Surely they still care. Surely the silence is temporary. But ask yourself, if a flower stops receiving sunlight and water, does it bloom or wither? The same is true for relationships. No matter how beautiful it once was, without effort, without attention, it fades. And when someone withholds the simplest form of love, communication, it's not your job to beg for it. It's your job to recognize the truth. Moving from pain to power. Here's the shift you must make. Stop asking, why haven't they called me? Start asking, why am I waiting for someone who doesn't? Because the truth is, someone out there would love to call you. Someone out there would be thrilled to hear your voice. Someone out there would never let silence stretch between you because they know your worth. But you can't find them if you're glued to the ghost of someone who doesn't pick up their phone. A final story, the man who waited. There was once a man named Daniel. He waited for a friend's call every day for months. The silence broke him slowly until one evening he put his phone away, went outside and looked at the stars. And he realized something. The world is still full of voices, laughter, conversations, and love. I've been waiting on one person's silence while the universe is waiting to speak to me through so many others. From that day, he stopped waiting. And life began to open new doors, new friendships, new love, new joy. The final message. So, believe it or not, when someone doesn't call or message you for a long time, it means more than you think. It means their silence is speaking, and you must listen. It may mean you're not their priority. It may mean they've moved on. It may mean they never valued you as much as you valued them. But it also means this: your time, your energy, and your love deserve better than waiting on unanswered calls. Because the one who truly belongs in your life won't let silence be the end of your story. They'll reach out. They'll show up. They'll make sure you never have to wonder if you matter. Until then, stop staring at the phone. Start staring at your own reflection. Remind yourself, I am worthy. I am loved. And I will not waste my life waiting for someone who forgot how to speak to me. Sparkles, and that's the truth. Silence isn't empty, it's full of meaning. The question is, are you brave enough to hear it? Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective.